guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever, but life happens. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 amazing recipes, starting off with an easy, cheesy chicken bake. First, you're going to need an oil of your choice. The one that I have on hand is avocado oil. I'm going to be using a little bit of some complete seasoning, a little bit of Larry's chicken seasoning, some black pepper, rosemary, and a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes, along with some minced garlic, tomato slices, and about 2 cups of pepper jack cheese. So here I'm just seasoning the chicken. You want to make sure you season your chicken well so it doesn't come out bland.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
So you're going to put your chicken on a 9x13 baking dish, or pretty much any baking dish you have, as long as your chicken will fit, and pretty much give it enough space so they can all cook evenly. Right now I am putting on some sliced tomatoes. I absolutely love tomatoes. I'm going to leave some of the pieces of chicken without it just for my kids. I mean, toddlers, they're just so picky. So I have my rice pot out with a little bit of avocado oil and some sofrito. Sofrito is something that I always use in my rice. Right now I am adding in a little bit of a tomato sauce, and I am going to be adding in some sazon. Now sazon is a seasoning that makes your rice yellow, but it also gives an amazing flavor. So here we're just going to give it a quick little stir, then we will begin to season our rice. So here I'm using some complete seasoning. I absolutely love this seasoning because it brings out so many amazing flavors, yet it does not contain a lot of salt. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of onion powder along with some garlic powder. We're going to give it a quick little stir again, and then we will add in our washed rice. Now, we do use parboiled rice, and my husband's not too amazed by it, but it's just, a little healthier than white rice, and I'm going to give it one last stir before we add in our water. Now, parboiled rice does need more water than your normal white rice, so I want to say about close to 3 cups. And it also cooks a lot faster than your regular plain white rice. So we're just going to add a lid onto this and let it cook. Here is the chicken, guys. We are pretty much close to being done. We're just going to add on our cheese and let this bake for another 10 to 12 minutes. I did add cheddar cheese for the kids, and I just cannot wait to eat, okay? And look at how it came out. Look at all that cheese. It is melted beautifully. Do you see those bubbles? Is it time to eat yet?
I longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere.
And here's the finished product, guys. Our yellow rice, our cheesy baked chicken, and some carrots. I cannot wait to dig in, guys. Next up is pesto stuffed chicken. For this recipe, you're going to need some minced garlic, some Parmesan cheese, some roasted red peppers, pesto, black pepper, and salt. So right now I am just seasoning my beautiful chicken breast. I did butterfly these open. I am using 2 chicken breasts. That is just enough for our family. I'm going to generously season both sides of this chicken before we make our stuffing. Now for the stuffing, we are going to be using some pesto, some roasted red tomatoes. I just used the ones in the jar. We're going to be adding in our Parmesan cheese, some black pepper, and then we will be giving this a quick stir. Look how amazing that looks, guys. So now we are going to begin to stuff our chicken. Put a generous amount of your pesto stuffing into this chicken, guys, okay? Because the last thing you want is a chicken that hardly has any filling, right?
Mistletoe, and I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
So right now I am going to start wrapping up our chicken, and then you're going to want to use some twine. I did cut up a few strings of twine. If you don't have twine, that is fine. You can use toothpicks. I'm going to give this a quick tie, and then we're going to do the rest of our chicken breasts.
The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this.
I have a frying pan here with a little bit of avocado oil. You are not going to be cooking your chicken in here. You are just trying to give it a nice golden brown color so it can get that beautiful brown crust. So once you've passed the 5 to 6 minute mark, you can turn your chicken. Now, watch when I turn over this middle piece of chicken, guys. Look at that beautiful crust. Crust like that brings out an amazing flavor in your meat, no matter what meat you're cooking. So now I'm going to place my chicken in a 9x13 pan. It is not fully cooked yet. You're going to place it in the oven for about 40 minutes at 365 degrees. Here I have some butter that I melted, about 2.5 tablespoons. We're going to use our leftover garlic from our chicken. This is going to give the butter an amazing flavor. Now we're going to make our roux. So I'm using a little under a half a cup of flour. I'm just whisking this in. Then you're going to let this sit and cook for a couple seconds because you do not want that raw flour taste. Then we're going to add in some chicken stock. I do use the Rachel Ray's chicken stock because it is low in sodium and I like to have control over my salt. Now we're going to add half the carton of chicken stock and we're going to whisk, whisk, whisk. I know this looks a little unappetizing, but once you whisk it all together, you're going to let it sit and it will thicken up. See how that's bubbling? Your roux is thick. Now we're going to just add some seasonings just to taste. We're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now here is our chicken, guys. Wow, this looks absolutely amazing. I did take a little piece of chicken just from the end to see how it tasted, and wow, did all those flavors come together. And so now we're going to just take a knife. We're going to start off in the middle, and then we're going to just cut these into slices. Look at that, guys. Now that looks amazing.
And the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
Here it is, guys. It looks amazing. It is so beautiful. I don't want to eat it. Yeah, okay, I'm kidding. But that little roux we made, our gravy, I added it to our mashed potatoes. If you want, you can add it over your pinwheels as well, because I did, and it was absolutely amazing. We are going to be making some spaghetti and homemade meatballs. Now, in this video, I am using ground beef, but you can substitute it and use ground turkey or ground chicken. It'll still come out tasty. Here I'm just chopping up some onions, and then I'm going to be chopping up my peppers along with some tomatoes and minced garlic.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in no.
Now it's time to season our meat. I am using an 80-20 ground beef. Right now I am adding in our onions, peppers. I'm going to be adding in a half a cup of breadcrumbs. I will be adding in 2 eggs, and then to season I will be using some basil, salt, pepper, and oregano.
Year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Time to make our meatballs. So right here I'm using my cookie scooper. It just makes everything so much easier, guys. It makes my meatballs the perfect shape, and I never have to worry about having different sized meatballs. Once I have all my meatballs ready to go, we will be putting them in a skillet with some olive oil just to brown, and then we will be making our pasta sauce.
In a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow.
In a different skillet, I'm going to put in some olive oil along with my minced garlic, onions, and red peppers. We're going to cook this up until it softens, and then we will be adding in our tomatoes. Who else remembers growing up watching your mom, your aunt, or your grandmother cook? I just have so many memories of watching my grandmother cook and just being in the kitchen helping her. And, you know, my grandmother was the type to always make things from scratch, so I guess that's where I get it from.
I have ever been, it's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
I'm adding in a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I am seasoning our sauce with a generous amount of salt, pepper, oregano, and bay leaves. Once this has come to a boil, I will give it one last stir, and then we will add our meatballs in to finish cooking.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect.
It's time to put in our pasta. And there you have it, guys, spaghetti and homemade meatballs. These meatballs came out so delicious. I'm just topping it off with a little bit of parsley. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next one.